Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I am Dr. Goat, and today I'm going to be discussing why I believe the Subaru WRX, STI, and just the Subaru in general hold their value so well. So, before I get too far in on this video, I wanted to remind you guys once again that I post videos 3 times a week. Every Tuesday, a car vlog such as this. Wednesday is my podcast, Driven Livin', that I do with my fiance. And Friday is just a random car type of video. So, to be sure you don't miss out on any of that, hit that subscribe button down below, as well as the bell. Okay, why does the Subaru, in general, hold its value so well? I done a little bit of research on this, just looking up, I had my own opinions in the first place, but I wanted to look and see what other people were saying online. And from what I've gathered, it's the typical, for the most part, supply and demand. These cars, I think a lot of it is because of their being all-wheel drive, and just Subaru is known as a pretty reliable automobile manufacturer. So you compare being reliable with the all-wheel drive, and especially in states here where we get snow quite often, that's going to be a pretty desirable car, one that you don't have to constantly maintain and fix, and they're pretty well known for their safety features as well, just that they're, I don't know, they always have commercials, I'm sure you've probably seen them before, about their crash ratings and just how reliable they are when it comes to getting in accidents and keeping the passengers safe. So, that being said, supply and demand, big part of it. I've always been curious why, it right now is 2020, almost 2021, and I've been looking for a WRX or an STI for 5 years now, as I've mentioned before. And I've always been surprised that even to this day, like an 02, 03 WRX still sells for a decent amount of money. I mean, in comparison to just any random other car around that age, they're still going for quite a bit. And I think that comes along with the fact that, WRX, STI, it's a rally car. It's pretty well known around that those cars are sporty. Obviously with the Subaru name, they're safe. They're just fun cars. And I think they grab the attention of people from, 16 years old all the way up to who knows how old, 50 plus. I've got to assume. I've seen quite a few older people driving a WRX or an STI. So I think just them being sporty really grabs the attention of people and makes it desirable. Now, when it comes to like my hatchback here, the hatchback specifically, not including the wagons, were only made from 08 to 2014. And so if you want a hatchback, like, I know I love the look of the hatchbacks, and I'm sure there's plenty of other people out there that love the look of them as well. You've only got what's that, 6-7 years of automobiles that were produced to be able to get one. It's not like you can go out on the showroom floor and pick one up today. So that being said, I think just the fact that they were only made for those short number of years makes them more desirable. Maybe not more desirable, but just harder to find. And so that being said, you can keep those prices up there. And my last little thing that I've noticed every single year when I go to look for these cars is that I, at least myself, would tend to not even think about them during the spring and summer and that, because I always had like my GTO or whatever that I would drive all summer long. Then when it got closer to wintertime, you know, fall or even the start of winter, like I hopped on the bandwagon late there, the prices go up yet again. And kind of mentioned it before, I want to say the whole reason the prices go up in the winter: all-wheel drive, fun, sporty car. People know that you're going to be wanting them in the wintertime, which is why I tried to jump on this a little early. You know, if I would have been looking for a hatchback a little bit earlier on yet, I probably could have got one for a little cheaper than I did. But, you know, it seems like every year it would be, you know, midsummer, I might think about the cars, look them up, and don't quote me on these prices. You know, obviously mileage and, you know, how many mods are done to a car and whatnot can affect the value that someone's putting on the car. But it would seem like in the summer in that, when I would look, they would be around, like, I could find them between 12 to 15 grand for a clean, I want to say lower mileage. When I say lower mileage, I'm talking under 100,000. And then I would look in the wintertime or late fall, and it seemed like all I could find were $20,000 cars, hatchbacks, whatever. 20 grand, right around 20 grand, 18 to 22. And I was just always like, why do they go up so much in the winter? But duh, all-wheel drive, sporty little car, why wouldn't they go up in the winter? You know, as the demand increases, you can bring that price rate up. But that being said, I think that's all I got for you guys today. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Drop a comment down below if you've got any suggestions for a video or any questions, anything you want to hear me talk about. If I can get the right gear now, drop that comment down below. Let me know. I'll look at it and I'll, you know, more than likely make a video on it for you. And I want to remind you guys, for my podcast, Driven Living, me and Jade now have a Patreon set up for our podcast, Driven Living. I'd appreciate it if you guys just went and checked it out even. Just go to patreon.com/drivenliving. And as always, please subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.